If you're tired of having the same fights with your wife, girlfriend, or ex over and over again, you're in the right place. If you're ready to actually learn communication skills instead of hoping that things will magically get better on their own, then this is for you. But it isn't for you if you're someone who's just looking for me to tell you that your partner is crazy and that you should just give up. This isn't for guys that want to stay stuck in the same pattern and blame their partner for everything that goes wrong. And it definitely isn't for you if you think good communication should just happen naturally without learning and honing the skills to make it work. So if you're still here, then you're my kind of guy. You believe that your relationship is worth fighting for. And you believe communication is a skill that you can master so you can keep the woman that you love happy and connected with you. You're willing to take a hard look in the mirror and not just place all the blame onto her. That's exactly who I work with. 14 years ago, I was a guy that could sell anything to anyone, ice to an Eskimo. I had a 97% close rate at the mixed martial arts gym that I managed. I could convince anyone to sign up for the membership. But when it came to communicating with a woman that I loved, I was a complete disaster. I tried to solve all of our problems logically. Spoiler alert, it just made her more upset. I was so focused on being right in these arguments instead of just reminding myself, Alan, we are on the same team. I thought that if I just explained myself better, she would finally understand. Does that sound familiar? But here's what changed everything. I realized I was treating my partner like an opponent that I was trying to defeat, instead of a teammate that I was trying to understand. I needed to learn her emotional language, not just speak louder in my own logical tone. So I combined everything that I knew about psychology, persuasion, and human behavior, and I mixed it around with my background in business, sales, and negotiation. Then I started applying it to my relationship. The results were immediate and dramatic. I couldn't believe I finally cracked the code. And that was 14 years ago, over 2,000 successful clients ago. And since then, I've helped hundreds of couples stop the divorce process in years of constant fighting and save relationships that they thought had no chance. But here's the problem with what most guys are using in their communication in their relationship right now. They're so focused on the right words to say. They keep explaining their logic until she'll finally get it. They're worried about winning these arguments and proving their point. This is the hill they have to die on. And then they over-apologize when things go wrong and then hope eventually she'll understand their perspective. But that's the old way. My way of communicating is completely different. And that's exactly what you're going to learn, is how to master the 93% of communication that isn't words. It's your body language, how you look and feel when you're talking, what's your tone and tonality, how you sound when you're speaking to them. And you're going to understand the difference between truths, facts, and beliefs, and why arguing with beliefs will always backfire on you. You're going to learn how to turn these fights into productive conversations where you seek to understand, not just win, and where you can take ownership without over-apologizing and destroying all your value. As a man, you have to learn how to speak her emotional language so your message actually hits home. The old way of communicating is about who's right or wrong. My way shows you how to communicate and solve problems together. Most of the relationship advice out there keeps you stuck in your same patterns. My approach gives you specific, practical skills that will start working immediately. That's exactly what we're going to start doing together in your free relationship assessment call. And this isn't some fluffy motivational chat. It's structured and designed to give you clarity on how to show up and figure out what exactly needs to change in your relationship and how you communicate with the woman you love. On this call, we're going to do 3 simple things. First, we're going to quickly audit your communication using the 93% formula. Visually, what is she seeing when you're talking to her? How does that conversation go? How do you sound? What are those exact words that you're choosing to speak to her with? So we can see where the message is getting lost in translation when you talk to her. Second, we're going to identify those core patterns and beliefs that are driving those biggest fights. Like, what are your facts and how does she experience those truths? And what do you guys keep telling yourselves that keeps the relationship stuck? And third, we're going to do a simple custom roadmap and game plan for the conversations that you're struggling with. So we might do a little text message review or walk through some of the specifics on what you're fighting, arguing about. So as soon as you get off the call, you know exactly what to say and do. And then after that call, we will 100% know if we're a good fit to work together. Now, the call is free, but that doesn't mean it's for everyone. See, I work with men who take their relationships seriously, high-performing, high-achieving guys who are respected at work, but they just feel a little lost, ignored, or resented as soon as they get home, but they want to take control of their lives. So this is the craziest time of year for relationships. We have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, even Valentine's Day. And that's when most couples either turn things around or it's their last Christmas together. And because it's my busiest time of the year, I can only take on 3 new private clients. That's the most that I can do, and I'm going to open up these spots. But once they're filled, any new calls that are booked will be pushed to a wait list or canceled and redirected to a group option. And that's even if this page is still up and running and this video is going. I can only help so many people. So I want you to take this really seriously if you want the help, because this is for this, this is 100% not for the people that want to complain, vent, stay victims about what happened, or just want some free coaching or advice. That's not what it's about. This is for the man who's willing to do what's required to have the life that he wants and is ready to invest in himself. So don't book the call and rob him of his opportunity to save his family or relationship. So if you made it this far and you're still not sure if it's for you, then it's probably not, but that's okay, because you can click on the chat box below and message me directly, and I will just send you more resources that are going to be completely free to help you get ready for this call. So here's what you're going to do next. If this sounds like you, click the button below, book your free relationship assessment call. Then answer a few quick questions about what's going on in your situation so I get more context before we speak. That's going to allow me to understand everything that you're going through and show up with more solutions. As soon as you've done that and it's submitted, you're going to be taken to a calendar page and you can pick whatever time works for you. But show up on time. That lets me know it's important to you and me, that I can take you serious and be honest on the form and when you're talking to me. That's how I give you the best results. And be in a quiet place where you can focus 100% on the call and take notes. Just remember, every time you speak to your partner the wrong way, it damages your relationship. And you're one step closer to her leaving if she hasn't already. So if you want to stop that cycle and start communicating like the leader that your relationship really needs, just click the button, fill out the assessment, and lock in your call while the spots are still available. Your relationship isn't broken. It just needs better communication tools and a little bit of a game plan. So if this sounds like you or the man that you want to become, I will see you on the call.